Okay, we have discussed up to the links, and also I said about the link attributes last day, like target. Target is like we can use that to open this link. So target blank will open this in a new window or new tab always, but target self parent top will open in the same window. But there is a difference. We'll learn that with the frame set, but still, so you can see these things. And if you're given a name target, window name, the particular thing will be open in that target window. So that is the target attribute in links. So then embedding. Embedding means adding things that will be rendered in the web page itself when it is loaded, right? It is not to be activated later by triggering. Embedding will load the content that time itself into the page. So that is embedding. Okay, then, so let's learn about embedding further. So one thing that we can embed is image. Actually, we can embed, other than image, we can embed video, audio to the page. Mostly we are embedding images, video and audio, animation. These things we are embedding into the web page. So let's see how we can embed an image to the page now. To do that, I would like to first take empty HTML file and let's code it by adding HTML coding. So let's add something like images, multimedia, right? That's better. Multimedia. And after the head section, let's add the body section. And after the body section, let's close the body section there. And then let's add image. Image tag is img. So in img tag, so similar to a href, anchor tag, a href, in img tag, you can add image by mentioning img, src, and then you can mention the image name. And after that, you can self close. It's not having any closing tag. You can self close that. Say multi.html in the documents. Let's save it. And the resource you have to link either using or reference, either using relative referencing or absolute referencing. But you know the weakness of absolute referencing. If you are referring an image, if you are introducing image using absolute referencing, what will happen? You have to give the full path, but that full path won't work in different computers because different environment, the full path can be vary. But if you are given a relative path, the folder and images relative, that content region, you can copy and that is relatively referring the same region. So it's like this. So, okay, let's say you are like, you have the neighborhood, some houses. So let's say this is a magical scenario, right? So let's say your house and the next door, like the house in front of you and the neighbors, maybe right side and left side. So you are calling them. That is like you are calling related to you, no? Related to you. Then let's see, magic will happen, and like Hanuma, like fellow came, and he has shifted entire thing to from here to Angaharu, right? A planet like Neptune or any other planet, maybe Saturn, let's say Mars, anywhere, right? So let's say he took your village, entire village, and now you are in Mars. Still the houses. So you can call the same name, right? Isaraha gedara, eha gedara, meha gedara, Angaharu gehuwa hitiyat oata ehemama kiyanna puluwan. Isaraha gedara, eha gedara, meha gedara, because the relatively the entire region is moved with you. Relatively the entire region is moved with you, so you can call by them by the relative reference. But if you refer that using the latitude and longitude related to the earth, that is absolute latitude, longitude, location, then you cannot call. Even the Hanumanta fellow has shifted you from here to Mars. You cannot tell the latitude, same latitude and longitude in mass because that is different. That is like absolute referencing. If you are absolutely telling, if you are exactly telling the location, that can be correct in the planet Earth, but that is not correct in planet Mars. Similarly, if you refer absolute reference into any resource, so but in that machine that can be correct, but in another machine that is not the absolute path. That will not be the correct absolute path. So what you have to tell, you have to relatively tell that. Okay, this image. So where is this image? I'm going to save this in the documents tag. See, users, Dasun, Nilanjana documents, this multi.html is there. So if there is an image in this document folder, I can call the image name. That is relative reference. Okay, let's say there is a folder called images. Inside that, there is something in the inside that. So there is something okay, like this. fatherslove.jpg, that is inside the images folder. So you can tell, okay, in the document, there is a folder called images. Inside this images folder, there's something called fatherslove.jpg. Just save it. And let's open. Go back. Open it. When you open, so you can see the father's love JPG, that is a relatively referenced image that has come to the page. Simple enough. Relative reference means you give the location related to the current location. So this is how images can be linked. An image can be given a line attribute. A line attribute will allow you to align left, right, middle, top, bottom. Likewise, this is left align. Let's see right align. That will bring the image to the right side. And you can set image border. So let's say border equal 10 pixels. It will give black color border around that. So that is image border property. And also you can give ALT attribute to mention the alternative text. Let's say father's love. In case if you have error loading this, let's say father's love 1.jpg, that is incorrect name, incorrect path. In that case, the alternative text will be displayed there. ALT or the alternative text will be displayed. That is father's love. Alternative text will be displayed there. Why? Because the path is incorrect. You cannot load the page. Therefore, the alternative text will be displayed. And another thing, what else you can? Width, you can set the width. Let's say width is 500. So it will set the width to 500 of this image. Now width is 500. So you can set the height as well. So let's say the height is 500, it's change in the height. So if you change height and width both, so that will be bit wired if you are not maintaining the proportions. So let's say width is 100 and height is 500. That will make the image looks like this. So because you have not maintained the proportions, therefore be careful. If you are using width, height both, you have to give exact measurements. Otherwise, the image will look bit weird, like not look nice. So here 50, 100 works, 100, 100. So maybe it's not the exact proportion. You can see it's not good. Therefore, only change one. So the other one will be adjusted according to that. If you change the height to 200, the width will be automatically adjusted according to that. So these are the attributes that you can use with an image. Okay, so now I think it's time to you to practice. You can practice why HTML is title closed. Our head is not closed. That is my mistake. Head should be closed. It's the red color. Okay. Now we can see this is correct HTML. So even HTML has errors. It won't be displayed in the web page. If you have error in HTML, that will be displayed in the code, but not displayed in the page itself. But if you commit error in Pascal, will be displayed in the editor and as well as the running environment. Here, errors are not displayed. Instead of that, sometimes it will display the page incorrect way, or it can ignore. If it is a minor error, it will ignore. If it is a major error, it will give some bad output, unpredictable output. Okay, you can try images. This is the image part, and this is the note related to that. I hope you have the note. If not, you need to write down this as well. Let me minimize that quickly. This is the code, and this has some additional codes related to image embedding. How we can give absolute referencing, how we can give relative referencing. It has that. And how you can insert image in internet, that is too easy. You can give the image path. Okay. If you mention the image path in the internet, you can see image SRC, HTTPS, this full path of the image, that will be referenced. It's very quick. So let me add that image. Let's add the, okay, let's align that to left. Right. Again, and let's have a BR. So if you are not having BR, images will be displayed as inline element. Inline element means, so the next image will be displayed next to this. So let's see, IMG, SRC, I'm going to reference image from a website. So let's say Mother's Love. This time I'm getting different image related to the Mother's Love. Let's go to the images and how to get the link, you know that already. So let's say I need this, and I'm clicking on the image. Not this. Let's try this one. Okay. Right click, copy image address, copy image address. Right click on the loaded image, copy image address. You have to load the image first, right? After copying, you can just paste it. Okay, it's very lengthy address, right? These additional attributes you can ignore. So only up to this is enough. JPG, only up to extension is enough. Let's complete this. And let's see what is the output, and the image will be displayed next to this, right? Image is displayed next to this. And you can make it in equal in size, and let's say height is 200, scale control, the width is 300. Setting the width to 300. Same width can be applied to this image as well. Save. Now both images look same. Width will be 300. And what about the border? Is 10 here. So let's add the same border to this also. Save it and look same, right? So why is that? Width is 300, width is 300, border 10. Okay, let's erase the border to, let's set the border to 1. Then both images should look same. Here width is 200, but height you have a minor difference. That's the reason. Height you have minor difference, so that is why it looks like this, right? Anyway, because it has a border as well. The image itself having border. Maybe let's try this. That is too small. Right click, copy image address, and you can give that to here. Save. This fit part is not required. You can keep it and you can erase as well. Let's go there, refresh, and you can see that this image is now loaded. Right, okay. Now you know how to reference, how to link external image and how to link internal image. Both are there. So please try it first. I'll give you 10 minutes and then let's move to the next part, right? This is the code in. This is the note. I'll give you 5 minutes. Let's move to the next part after that. So let's see how can we embed videos and how can we embed audio into the page after this. If you have any question, you can ask related to this. Okay, let's move to the next one if you don't have any. Right, how do we embed a video, audio? I'll directly give the notes without, because this part is not there in your syllabus anyway. So, but so let's give this. Let me give this, because like this is still important. You can embed, you can add images and videos into the page. How? So this is how we can add the video using the video tag, and I'll explain each the purpose of each code segment. And then this part is there, and sorry, let's indent this. Okay, then audio can be at the same way, so you can use audio tag. Let's add the audio same way. You can add MP3 or OGG files. So both type of files can be added. Right here also OGG, video OGG, or here audio OGG can be added. So that can be ignored. This code is optional. This code is also optional. So if you have MP3, this code is optional. If you have MP4, this code is optional. And your browser does not support the video tag, or your browser does not have type audio tag. So this is a text. In case if this tag is not recognized, in case if this tag is not recognized, then what will happen? The text inside that will be displayed. Right? In case if video tag is not recognized, the text inside that will be displayed in the web page. So the user knows, so it has a video tag, but it is not recognized. The user can try with a different browser. The user can try with a different browser. So because user knows this, there is a video, but I can't watch this video with this browser. Therefore, the user will try with a different. User will try this with a different browser. Same for the audio. If audio tag is not working, this text will be displayed. Then again, user can decide this audio is not working, audio tag is not working in this browser, so I can try with a different browser and see this video, see this or listen this audio. Okay, the path should be given according to the relative reference or absolute reference that we have learned. Either you can give the full path or you can give the relative path. Let's say, so let's see, do I have a video there? Yes, I think I have. Yeah, I have one here. Let me add that. Since files are in the same location, both are in the documents, I'm giving the name only. Here the player size also you can change. So the audio file, let me have MP3 if I'm having any. I think I don't have any. No, nothing is there. Let's go to the download and see whether do I have some MP3. MP4s are there, but no MP3 it seems. Let me search. Okay, I can see some MP3s now. Okay, let's take this. What is the location of that? Showing enclosed in folder. You can see it's in the pages. It's inside web. This we have linked, right? Inside that. Yeah, inside web. So inside document, there's a folder called web. Inside that web folder, there's a folder called pages. Inside that you have MP4. So I have to mention that. How? First, inside this, there's a folder called web. Under that, there is a folder called pages. Under that, there's MP4 file. Okay. Let's save this. Let's go and refresh. Now images are there. You can see this is the video and this is the audio. Okay. Audio can be played like this. Okay. So video can be played. So video size, audio size, these all are like inline. Inline means if I'm not going to mention explicitly, it will not go to the next line. But If I reduce the size like this, it will automatically shift the next line. It's floating. But if I say explicitly, yes, we need to go to the next line, BR, then it will be displayed. I need to give the instructions properly. Here also, if I give BR, it will go to the next line. Here now you can see the video comes to this line and the audio comes this line because of the BR given. Otherwise, it will just float. Okay, let's say change the player size. So let's change it to 720 and this to 480. So this will be, the player will be much bigger. So it's very easy. Embed in video, embed in audio, it's very easy. Now you can write down that. Add in video, add in audio. So very, very easy. And if it is a YouTube video, you have another way of adding that. So that is default, by default, that is there in the YouTube. You can go to the particular YouTube website, YouTube video actually, sorry, not website. And then after viewing the page, let's refresh. Okay, then you can see the video. Just right click on the page, right click on the YouTube video. After right clicking, let me pause. After right clicking, you can say copy embed code here. It's very easy. Right click on the video, copy embed code, just copy it. Come to your page. So let's add few BRs to go to the next line. Then paste it. That is it. Copy and paste. So that will add iframe, isolated frame, and this inside this isolated frame, you'll be able to see the video that is inside the isolated frame. You can see this is our video embedded. This is this, and the YouTube here it comes. It is bigger, right? It's coming in the isolated frame. So this is the YouTube video that you just added externally to this. That is coming inside isolated frame. That can be done. A YouTube video, a downloaded video, a video from another website like Vimeo and other websites, you can add it to your page without any trouble. You can write down this, okay? Just write down this part. I'll give you 5 minutes. So let's see your book, right? What we have discussed up to now and what is remaining, right? What we have up to now, what we have discussed and what is remaining. So let's discuss that part now. Okay, let me go to the book. Let's stop. We are in 5th chapter discussing about HTML content. Yeah, we are here in the 5th chapter. No, not use of multimedia using pages. Okay, initially we were discussing about the web designing and why websites are used. So this part we have discussed what is a website, what is a web page. And so websites are there everywhere, right? Websites are there everywhere. So it's used, like there are like things, lot of things like social media, information searching, information presenting, communication, chat platforms, like e-commerce, buying and selling, entertainment, especially advertising, then personal websites, search engines actually used for search in other websites. These are some usages of the web pages, websites. And then different user groups are there based on their language, based on the age, based on the educational level, gender. So likewise, there are different user categories. These user categories access web pages for different purposes. Right, then, so this website actually, so when you are placing a website, you need to address your audience. You need to know who are the visitors. And according to them, you have to reformat and you have to add some features. Some features are accessibility features. Accessibility features like multilingual. Multilingual is like here in Sri Lanka. So the trilingual policies. So it's for the accessibility because Tamil, English medium, Sinhala medium, different crowds are there. So they have this. And also to zoom a web page, to change the font size because some people, they cannot read small fonts. So we have to facilitate that change in websites and website pages. Sorry, font types, font size changes. Some sites allowing color changes, theme changes, etc. That can be done. Some sites allowing personalizing. Weaving the page in Sinhala medium, weaving the page in English medium. Likewise, they are allowing some personalization. The preferences are there in the website. In a website, you can see different features, forms, inputs actually, and hyperlinks to link some other pages and also other resources. Embedded videos, audios, these things are there in the web page, and also the navigation links. So the web content we discussed: images, text, sound, animation, video, information about the copyright text, hyperlinks, advertisements, search facilities, and download facilities. These things are included into the web pages. Content management, actually we have discussed this topic separately. I'll keep it for the moment. I'll keep these topics for the moment. We have not discussed this. This is about the basic websites, like accessibility features and all. We have not discussed about this, about size and graphics. We will keep this to the next level. So then next day, actually, sorry. So we will learn, we have learned about the HTML, hypertext markup language, and also the syntactical things that we can do with HTML. We learned that HTML is not case sensitive. The capital simple doesn't matter, and it ignores errors. So errors, if it is a minor error, it will be ignored. If it is a major error, display change might happen, but error will not be displayed. Anyway, capital simples can be used without any issue. But as a practice, it is better to maintain simple letters. And also there are different editors, VCVIC editors and text-based editors. The text-based editors allow you to write code like we use now. This is a text-based editor. But VCVIC, or what you see is what you get. So that is a special editor. Even Word can be used as a VCVIC editor. What you see is what you get. That means when you design the web page, the code will be automatically generated. WordPress, in MS Word you can use. So this is some other editor, the Dreamweaver, front page like editors you can use as VCVIC editors. You do the formatting in the underlying layer, coding will automatically happen. So we have not practiced VCVIC for the moment, but the thing is, we have practiced text-based editors. Any text editor is capable of editing web page. Any text editor. Here you can see the coffee cup, and so different web editors are there. They have given. So we'll learn about that also. And then we learn about the opening text, closing text. What is the element? What is an attribute? Here this is an element, the font element. It has two attributes. Attribute has values inside the quotation, and the content of that. An element has opening tag, closing tag. Some element does not have the opening tag and closing tag both. It has only opening tag and self-closing. Those elements are called like empty element. Even the image element that you learned recently, having only opening element, it's not having the close element. You can see it's self-closing. So these are called empty element because no content is there and only the opening tag is there. So that is empty element, empty tag. Then we have started designing the web page. We learn about the basic font formatting, header tags, font tag, attributes, the colors we learn, entities we learn. Then we learn about the alignments and text formatting tags, marquee tags, italic, bold, superscript, subscript, these things we learn. And then we learn about different fonts and how to add different fonts to the web page. Image tag. An image has a source, src, alt, that is to the mentioned image alternative text in case that image is not loaded due to some reason, maybe network issue, maybe path issue, if image, maybe resource issue. If it is not loaded, what will happen? The text will be displayed. We just learned that. The path can be relative or absolute. We just learned that. An image width, height can be given in percentage as a percentage or in pixels. We learn about that as well. So if you are given in percentage, it's taking the percentage of the particular page. Okay, for an example, if I give here 70%, it will cover 70% of the web page, full web page, 70% of full web page. Here, this is the output. Sorry, not this. I need to, so what is this? You see here, it's taken 70%, right? When you reduce the size, so image size will be automatically scaled because it will take all as 70%, right? When I reduce the size of page, the image size will be reduced. That is the percentage thing. But you can see the other images, it's not reducing. Maybe I reduced it, the video is not reducing. This one is not reducing. But when you scale up and down, when you scale and when you scale down, you can see the first image is maintaining the 70% proportion always by reducing the image size. That is scalable. That is the percentage thing. With height, border, align, we learn about these properties. And then here actually they mention about the absolute referencing, but we learn relative referencing too. They have given absolute referencing. Then we learn about the paragraphs, paragraph tag, and paragraph have all four alignments: left, center, right, and justify. All four kind of alignments are there in the paragraph. Left, center, right, and justify. We learn in Word, but we didn't learn in HTML. Just remember. So it can be aligned left, or center, right, or justify. So then we learn how to insert rows, tables, and all, how to insert rows, adding columns, adding links. Also about the three type of links: ordered list, unordered list, and definition links. Hyperlinks, yes, bookmarks, anchor tag. These things, insert in a table, how a table can be managed. So what are the attributes in the table? Align, width, height, BG, color, border color, background, cell padding, cell spacing, call span, row span. So these tags we have learned. And what is the difference between TD tag and TH tag? So just hope you can remember these things. Designing software and authoring tools, need to learn about that. We have not learned yet. Right, then static and dynamic web pages, still we didn't learn about that. We learned a little bit of JavaScript, but that is just to show you type of link, but we didn't learn much about that. And content management also, we didn't learn. You can see this is a very, very big chapter. The chapter number 5 is one of the biggest chapter in your book. Now, if you are speaking, so what we need to cover in the syllabus, let's move up and see what we have done up to now. Under grade 11 book, coming to the index, programming lesson we have done. System development lifecycle we have done, but we need to summarize. Internet and email we have done, but we need to summarize. Multimedia, we have not done that. We need to do that. Information and communication technology and society, we need to do that. Some students, actually some students, they thought that we are in the same lesson every day. So I got some complaints. We are doing the same lesson, but it's not. We are already finished programming. We are already finished web design, multimedia. Next week, by next week, we will be finishing that. That is the 2 biggest chapters. Internet and email, we have to revise. SDLC, we have to revise. That revision can be done within 2 days. So probably by July, June, July, August. Yeah, by August, we will be like, we will have only 2 chapters. that is use of multimedia and internet and communication technology in society. This is easy lesson. And the multimedia is also easy lesson. That is also practical lesson. We'll be discussing that after August. By July, 80% of your syllabus will be done, right? So actually, if examination was there in December, you are ready to face, but I don't know whether with this situation, they will postpone. But even in December, you are ready to face the examination, I'll assure you. So let's learn small thing, and I'll be finishing a little early today, but before finish, I would like to teach you some other concept that is about the frame sets. Okay, let's do this with me. You can do this with me. So let's create some pages. So let's create some pages. I would like if you can create these pages. Okay, please create a small page like this. Okay, this is very small page. So give the background color yellow. Just do that. And change the color and save this in different other formats. That means change the color to red, save in different name. Change the color to blue, save in a different name. Save the maybe green and save the page in different name. So likewise, please save 4 pages. I have already done, actually I have already created 4 pages. You can do this now. So that is a blue page, green page, red page, and yellow page, right? I have already created those 4 pages. Yellow, blue, green. I only changed the BG color. So you can also do that. Only change the BG color, that is enough. Here red page, you can see it is red. And green page, you can see it is green. And blue page, it is blue. Right? That is the only change. Other things, I have not changed anything. So just create these 4 pages first. And let me know once you are done. Together. Right? So once you create, now I have a yellow page, red page, green page, and blue page. So here I'm creating another page. This has a specialty. The specialty is it's not having any body tag. So this is the first version that we are discussing, which is not having a body tag. It has head tag only. Instead of body tag, it has frame set tag. Actually, what we are going to do now, we are going to learn that body section from other pages. I'm going to assign some percentages, 35%, 20%, 10%, and asterisk means the remaining. So 35 plus 20 is 55 plus 65, 35 will be remaining. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign some frames. Frame name, and let's say F1, and I'll be assigning that to src. So the same location I'm assigning to yellow.html. So that is a self-closing, right? It doesn't have a closing tag. So similarly, I can repeat all other. This is yellow, red, green, blue. So there are 4: yellow, red, green, and blue. GB, green and blue pages. So F1, F2, F3, and F4 pages. So save it, and so when I save, and you can visit the page. So let's see, this is fs.html. You can see this is what I get. So it will merge all the pages into a single page. Actually, so normally if I'm not putting the frame border to 0, so it will be like this. The border will be displayed, and this can be scalable here. You can see it's can be moved up and down. These are the 4 pages coming from 4 other pages. I can scale up and down. But if I remove the frame border by putting frame border 0, then the scaling option will not be available, as you cannot scale up and down, as you cannot see the frame border. Actually, this is how you merge multiple pages into a single page. So you can merge this into columns also, columns. So then you can see in the other direction, 35, 15, 10, and 35. the other direction. So you can merge any number of pages. And even you can merge some other websites, like you can give for the SRC, you can give http://www. Let's say NIE.lk. That is National Institute of Education. That you can link. But this is an insecure way, right? Because like if anyone can link some other site, so that has a problem. Because somebody can link original page and claim that this is originally this. Actually, this is original page. No one can say no. This is originally NI.lk page. So no one can say no, right? So they can claim that is insecure. Therefore, the website like Google won't allow this. If you try to link http://www.google.com, they won't, or google.com or google.lk, they won't allow this operation as that is a risky. That is a problem. So Google won't allow this. It will refuse. If you try to link Facebook, same. Right, same. It won't allow because that is risky. You can see it's refusing, right? It's not allowed. Even HTTPS, if you put, it won't allow. That is a risky operation. So somebody can claim the Facebook as their own website. Actually, it is original. So it is coming from originally from Facebook, but this can be used for some other like cheating purpose and all. Therefore, they are not allowing this operation. But most of the Sri Lankan website, you know, the security level, it's like below 0. So they will allow, right? If you try to embed some other pages, it will work. But let's see, domains.lk, Department of Education. Still the same, I'm not sure. Maybe they have corrected. Yes, they have corrected. So it's not allowing, right? So likewise, you can try different pages, merging into this. And columns and rows, both also you can add. How? So let's say you have 3 columns, 35, 20, and asterisk. So then there will be 3 columns, 35, 20, and asterisk. 20 let's put this green, yellow, y.html. And then actually, instead of the third one, I'm going to mention another frame set. And this time I'm saying rows. Rows, let's say one row is 50%, the other row is also 50%. Let's tell like this. And then for these 2 rows, you can include these 2 frames. Now what will happen? Actually, there will be 2 frames in columns. 2 frames in columns. Actually, the third is not a frame, it's a frame set. So that will result this kind of. So you can say 1, this is number 1, this is number 2. And G, here I have to tell that asterisk. So here you can see 1, 2, then other 2 pages will be divided this way. Likewise, you can create and divide the sections, column, row, or mix. Divided is possible, but actually frame set is not there in your syllabus. Don't worry. But if you love HTML, you can just practice and just get some idea about how things are happening. Yes, do you have any other doubts? Okay, just take a screenshot and try to practice this along. So if you love or if you like HTML, you can practice that. And with that, I'll widen up for today. Next day, I'll be discussing the remaining part of the HTML lesson, the theoretical parts, and finish the lesson. Okay, then good night. See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.